Detective Comics 962, James Tynion the fourth and Alvaro Martinez, and this was wrapping up the current arc with Ascalon and Azrael and all that jazz, and a lot of it did amount to like a sort of big fight in the Belfry. Everyone sort of sort of congregates there, fight gets going.
Clayface takes some licks, man. Tynion loves to destroy Clayface.
Poor
Like,
Clayface, he does get the shit
yeah,
beat out of him. It's kind of a shame.
yeah.
It's kind of a shame.
Yeah, he just reforms though. I get it. I would do the same if I could, you know.
I thought this was a strong conclusion to maybe not our favourite arc of the book, but solid enough.
Honestly, I think this issue kind of really solidified my problem with the arc as a whole. It's that it feels that it's these very two disparate, separate stories. You know, you got the Batman Zatanna stuff, and you've got the Ascalon stuff, and they don't really feel like they interact. And here, it's just like suddenly they're pushed together.
I kind of feel like, how do they fare if Batman was fighting Ascalon along with Jean Paul early on? You know, like maybe they could have gotten, like, if Batman was there, maybe they wouldn't have had to fight Jean Paul. You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe.
So maybe that'll come up later. I ended up really liking this arc, which is weird for me because it deals with the whole idea of Batman being the savior and being that tying bind for Jean Paul. But you get a super cool image of this big gigantic cloud bat that looks
cool.
like, yeah, it looked like when I think Scarecrow sees him in Batman Begins. When he's under the fear gas.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of that version, so that was pretty cool. I liked all that, and then it kind of, at the end, it really was a Deus Ex Machina, because it is the God Machine. Like, so if that was...
I mean, it is, but to be fair, they set it up. Is it that?
It's not that satisfying.
I feel like it didn't build like with the two separate plots. Like they're just suddenly together and they solve each other, sort of thing, but they didn't build to it. Like you literally have Batman and Zatanna teleport in, and it's like, oh, okay, we're part of this now.
Well, they did that last issue, but aye.
Right, but
yeah. That said, though, you did fist pump a little bit though at the final little message that Ascalon says before because obviously he gets given the sphere. And it shows him the truth, and he sort of like realizes the error of his ways, of all his coding and everything he's been built to believe. And he's like, okay, we need to go and do things. And when I say we, he's talking to basically his inner child that we've been seeing in these sort of in the head sequences. And just before he goes, he's like, oh, Batman, all that turmoil you've been going through, that the loss of that one boy has been driving you so much recently. He's alive, by the way. Timothy Drake is alive, and then he vanishes, and Batman's left there on his knees. I can't lie, I really like that moment, because it's...
As did I, but I also forgot that Batman doesn't know that Tim's alive, and he thinks he's dead. So I was like, yeah, duh. Oh, wait, in story. So, yeah.
God, you're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
I like that moment a lot. I think it raises the stakes that Batman now knows that Tim's not dead. Like, the fact that they know he's somewhere is interesting, and it wouldn't surprise me if the next couple of issues before we start the next one issue actually we'll get one left before Lonely Place of Living is what the arc's called, where Tim comes back next month. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, you know, it's like Batman looking into that, like, where could he be? What's going on? And maybe that's how Tim actually, or at least partly how Tim gets out, because there's someone from the other side trying to break in to get him.
Looking for him.
Yeah. Is intentional the method be or won't be? Maybe that's what gives him the edge.
And we already know that in that arc we get to see who his cellmates have been. So, yeah.
Well, wait, just to clarify, we know that we find out who his cellmate is. We don't actually know what his cellmate is yet.
No. Yeah. But in that arc,
yes,
we will find out.
We will, yes. Just like in the Action Comics arc, we'll find out who Mr. Oz is, yes.
Exactly. I feel like, you know, this is a term, because obviously Batman's had a dead Robin for a while again now.
Yeah.
And it's
What's Batman without a dead Robin? That's
right, so Duke's next, yeah. It's close enough.
What you mean? The character's getting an original series that's, you know, an ongoing.
It's only 3 issues.
It's a dead signal. We get Ascalon cutting and running, right? And we find out that it's Jean Paul's brother.
That's right. Yeah, that was a revelation.
How is the Machine his brother? Because we find out that Jean Paul's dad is the one that's behind all this.
Because Jean-Paul Senior coded both of them, so that makes them both his children. That's what I got from it.
Well, that's what I got too. But at first, I was just like, well, they're definitely taking this inner child thing a step farther than I thought they were.
This is a strange family. When can we have a sitcom about them?
Yeah.
Jean-Paul and Ascalon and.
Yeah, we get the Azrael batsuit back, right? And then it goes right away because he wants to fix his suit of sorrows, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the Azrael batsuit.
I think I get that decision though. I think I get the decision to not want to have the Azrael suit look like a Batman suit. I think I get that reasoning. I think just in terms of making him his own character, making him feel different. Even though he's still got the Batman coding in there, which makes him part Batman, so he's like.
It'd be nice to have it around for a little while rather than just the one issue, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too fussed.
It does look cool. Like it's got the big old talons on it. Like, man,
you can't not like it, can you?
Okay.
No.
We do see we see Ra's al Ghul at the end of the issue go after Jean-Paul Senior.
Yeah.
They're working some sort of alliance, and it wouldn't surprise me because this is the second time I've seen Ra's al Ghul this arc. In the flashback, he was there to see Zatara, so it wouldn't surprise me if something's brewing with the three of them now.
Yeah, so we know that the colony is still kind of in play, right? Because that didn't really get washed up with the League of Shadows, and we know that Ra's al Ghul wants to push the League. Like he wants his own League of Shadows because that got out of his hand. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's going to try to mix magic and technology and create some unholy union going forward.
Yeah, I could see that. It does make me question though that flashback with Zatara was like however many years ago, and then this scene at Tyr's present day, at least seemingly with Jean-Paul Senior, and I'm like, how long's he been getting this plan going?
I'm intrigued as to whose plan it is because he talks about our organization and our benefactor, like so it's not the League.
Vandal Savage.
Could be.
Oz.
Just throw names out.
Could be Oz.
Oz.
This could all be Oz related.
I mean, if Oz was I don't know. Roz would be a perfect guy to work with Mr. Oz.
Yeah.
Because they both kind of share this strength through, cutting out the bad.
I want to point out my favourite moment of this issue, actually. Outside of the Tim, obviously, revelation. That was obviously a great moment, but Zatanna's like flying outside, like zapping robots with magic, and Kate says, "I want to marry her," and then Cass just says, "Yes."
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Cass is killing me.
Cass is great. Cass's moments in every issue, like in the last 6 months, has been like phenomenal. So
for real, and so I like that they've been able to take these side characters that people kind of forgot about, like Stephanie Brown. She got a nice arc.
I don't think anyone forgot about Steph or Cass though. That's maybe a weird way to phrase it.
Maybe Cass. I feel like because Steph had the whole, the whole initiative to bring it back, but no one really did that for Cass.
No, and that's what I mean. Like they thought they could just give us Barbara Gordon's Batgirl and be like, okay, here you guys go. You got a Batgirl. It's like we've had two other ones.
Matters. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, there we go.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
But Stephanie Brown got this cool spoiler specific, arc, and even Tim got a cool because not that he was forgotten, but he's been kind of left in favor of Damian. Like he doesn't have his own book. He was like one of the only Robins without his own book at a point.
Who?
So Tim.
But Tim's the only one that had his own book for a long, long time.
Yeah, I'm talking recently. I'm talking Nightwing had his book. Damian had a book.
Did Damian have a book? Did Damian have?
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. Yeah, Damian Batman.
That's Batman and Robin though. Tim had a Robin book for a decade.
But my whole point was to roundabout, not to argue all that, was we've gotten all these arcs with all these secondary characters. That Batman's there, but he doesn't factor in as much. Batwoman and Tim got that first one, and then there was the Monster Men that they all had to work together. Clayface is getting some shine, and Cassandra's getting some shine. It's nice. Like, it really is an ensemble book, and that's why I like reading this one so much.
Yeah, no, tech's great, and even though I think Batman's starting to outshine it in terms of just like pure storytelling, this has got a better cast of characters for me to like come back to every every issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luke Fox, even maybe like him.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't care about him before this. I tried to read his Batwing, and it didn't land. But Tynion seems to know what's up, so he can keep writing this as long as he wants.